All right, hello everyone. My name is Russ, and I have my dog here, Aspect. You can introduce yourself.
And hello, everyone. I am Aspect 23, and thank you, viewers, for having me here.
No,
It
yeah,
is an honor.
no, yeah, absolutely. So things here would be a little different. I usually host these in PX. Um, I've been super busy, so it's now just a regular voice call. So instead of having like the open-ended questions at the end, there's gonna be like an FAQ that I think people might be asking, and stuff that you may not have
Hmm.
already answered for others. So
All right, all right.
yeah, so we have that. Um, but first, I'm gonna do my little spiel. So for those that are new, the way that I conduct my interviews are basing things off the past, present, and future. So things that may have happened to the past, things that shape who you are now, and obviously what you plan on doing in the future, right? So first, let's
Right.
conduct the past. Obviously, you were young once and all. So let's start off with the basic question that I ask everybody. So like, what was like your first anime, really?
My first anime, it was Death Note.
Death Note.
Yes.
Like how far back?
It was like I think I started watching animes 3 years ago only, and I started it with Death Note. I was in an online class, and people were suggesting me to watch Death Note and stuff. And why I mainly got interested in Death Note was due to Light Yagami's laugh.
No, yeah. I personally like Light Yagami as well. I think he's a
Yes,
very well written character.
I
Um,
agree, but
and
he
then
sure got like corrupted.
yeah, which is a really interesting part of his character, at least to me.
For real, he started as the savior of justice and then ended up killing innocent people. That's why I like El's character a bit more than Light.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people do enjoy L's character as well. L's like a
Hmm.
really good, like a mirror to like Light, and how he sees justice as well. So,
Agreed, agreed.
so you started off with Death Note. What about in terms of like editing? So you're known for your edits. You started your channel all the way back. Your first edit came out last June. I think it was June 30th.
Hmm. I think so.
So like, what got you into editing?
I came into editing due to Cap Edits. I started watching him like I think I'm watching him for past 4 years. But
Hmm.
if you are wondering who really got me into SCD editing particular and who explained me the scaling stuff, it is my IRL best friend. He is also on YouTube, Panchaj, and he explained me the things, and he even introduced me to other animes in SCD apart from Death Note.
Yeah.
Yes,
So you started watching
like
Cap edits.
Monster.
He got you into Monster.
Yes, no, my IRL best friend got me into Monster.
Interesting. So so you started watching Death Note. So that was like your first anime. Then you got
Yeah.
introduced to Cap edits,
Hmm.
and then it
Yes.
slowly transitioned you to editing in general, right? You're with your friend that introduced
Yeah.
you to SED,
Yes.
and so this was all the way back of like last year.
Yes.
And so your first edit was Johann Liebert versus William Afton, which was in a similar style to the Proteus scaling, which was the original, at least from what I was
Uh,
told, where it was like a little bit
yeah.
of WIS and SED.
Uh, at that moment, I didn't even know like how to scale properly. So all I did, let me be honest, at that time, all I did was taking of other videos who I saw on YouTube. I would just like go and search on YouTube, Johann Libet versus William Afton, and then I would copy all the points and then give them to the same character as shown in that video. So if strength to Afton, then strength to Afton, speed to Johann, then speed to Johann. I would do that.
Oh, so you would just like copy other people's takes.
Yes, but edit I used to do on my own, and I was like just I didn't even learn from any open sources or any videos. I just opened Filmora and started editing somehow.
Yeah, so um from what it looks like, you used Filmora as the
Ye-
basis, which is really interesting. I haven't seen anyone
Yes,
use Filmora. How did that go?
same. I was actually on my computer, and out of the blue, it struck my mind I should get into editing. Out of the blue. So at that time, if you are an OG subscriber, you would know my channel name in the starting was actually Johan Edits, not Aspect 23.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this- so I started it with Filmora, and cause it was a free software for me, but that watermark stuff did annoy me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to know about Light Motion after Filmora.
So how long did you like discover a light motion?
Hmm. In like under 2 weeks, I discovered Light Motion, I think.
Just under 2 weeks. Okay, that's pretty fair. And so you discovered a light motion. You started progressing with SED, right? You were still in that like protoist
Yes.
period where it was still like
Yeah. I
WIS
was
and
still in that
SED.
period. We said SCD combined. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I started using Light Motion, and if you my sync were like trash. They were simply out of the bin, and my starting edits were not really that good, if I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, I don't think if you look at most people's like first edit, I don't think necessarily that you're going to see a lot of like crazy edits unless you're looking at like some
Uh,
more recent editors that are appearing.
yeah, if you know like Quick Snow,
Yeah, Quicks. Yeah, I know Quicks.
yeah, his edits are like top tier edits. Even Drago, these guys' edits are like top tier, top notch.
Yeah, dude, I think their edits are crazy though.
For
So
real.
you're mostly known for using Baku Madarame. When did you first read Yusogi?
When did I first read Yosogi?
Yeah.
So I started reading Yosogi after I got into editing,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew about Baku Madarami from Capedit's videos, but then again, that person, my best friend Anshad, he was talking about Yosogi in class, and he told me to read it. It was about a gambling, and it was about a gambler, and after that. I found it really relatable because he told me that he has some low stamina disease and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I really got into Yusogi, and then when I start reading it, it was complicated as hell. Those games were outbraining me.
Yeah.
Like Baku Badarame was outsmarting me, the reader. Um, so it was really interesting for me because I personally myself love deduction stuff and mind-boggling stories.
Mm-hmm. So like Yusogi went down the trail where like it did like so much that it kind of confused you on what was going on.
Yes, it did confuse me what was going on. That L file arc, if you know,
Yeah.
it was the most confusing thing.
No, yeah, I thought the L-Fi was pretty confusing. I'm currently I just finished or not Tower of Karma. I finished the KY declaration.
Hmm.
And I was so confused during that entire arc as well.
Yeah, yeah, like this is not even the most confusing. If you will like keep moving on, it will get even more confusing. Air poker game was the most confusing game in my opinion.
I see. I mean, to be fair, I felt like KY declaration was just filler, but like I also was so confused. I understand the point of it. I just felt like it was
You
unnecessary.
will you will see that even the filler, even that one single panel a drop of blood in that single panel will come after like around 50 panels, sorry, 50 chapters ahead. And that single drop of blood or that simple line will do much of the effect on that whole chapter or that whole arc.
I see. I see.
Yes.
Well, so you read Yusogi, then you found a common interest with Bakuma Darame, and it like really, like it really connected to you on that personal
Yes,
level.
it, yes,
And so,
it did.
do you feel like after reading Yusogi, like you had um some sort of like, other than like connection, did you feel like you had anything other than a connection?
Development,
What?
a personal development.
Yeah.
Oh, so yes, I do think um my like view of seeing life, the view of seeing world actually changed. I know some people will think reading a manga or reading a book doesn't change your perspective, or maybe even reading a book may change, but not a manga. But it did. It did change my perspective of life, and I actually became more chill and not worrying about my diseases anymore. It was like what happens, happens.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I wouldn't say
Plus,
that. Yeah, continue.
yes. Actually, like plus one thing in that Kiruma Suichi. So I also found that relatable because you know how Kiruma Suichi has that perfection and stuff.
Yeah.
So my IRL best friend Anshad, I consider him real life Suichi because like that guy, bro, he is a monster. I mean, he looks like he's slave man and all, but one slap of him can like literally leave a how what do you call a scar on your face,
Wow.
a red hand mark.
Mm-hmm.
And plus the thing is that he is also the class topper, so no one really gets near to him.
Mm-hmm. So you felt that personal connection. I personally think like even if you read a manga or watch an anime, I feel like it does have the ability to change who you are. At least for me, like
Mhm.
ReZero was that for me. It
Which one?
ReZero.
ReZero. I think I've heard about this one.
Yeah, it's the one with like Natsuki Subaru.
Oh,
But
pink haired girl.
what?
Pink haired girl.
Yeah, the Ram. Yeah. But yeah,
See.
I do think that mangas do have the ability like to change at least your perspective in life. And so
Mm,
yeah, so it changed your perspective with Bakuma Rame having like a sort of like connection to you with him having low stamina, a disease, right? And I think
yeah.
that's one of the better moving points from here is that you've been taking a lot of breaks because of life and personal matters, right? And one of those being your
Yes.
disease. Um, you can kind of
Yes.
talk about that here.
Uh, so like I have this disease since I was born, but in the past 2 years it has never been this much at the point right now. So I did a partial face reveal if you have seen Corky's video, and I didn't really show my full face, but I do have to say that my face has kind of changed due to the skin disease and plus the heart disease. So it's been really hard for me to be honest, and it's been really challenging seeing people. Many people can like go against me. I can be a pickup point for them, for the bullies especially.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's pretty hard. Even it has even affected my academics by a lot, cause due to constant pain, I was not able to study much well, and many things. Even like I was told that I have to go through this surgery, many things.
So yeah, having this disease like really prevented you from doing a lot of like everyday stuff. And
It's
so
like God nerfed me.
uh so so do you feel like because we're like in an SED community and do you feel like that it's really impacted your way at least when it comes to social life in SED, or do you think it's like helped a lot?
Y- Yes, I do think it has helped me a lot. But if you are like asking about in my personal aspect of life due to SCD,
Mhm.
yes, it has affected me by a lot. I I tend to like see things more deeply now, and plus my deduction skills have quite gone up a lot after getting into SCD, reading about psychology books, and I actually watch Sahid's videos to guide me in psychology, and he even guides me in psychology in general in DMs. So yes.
So yeah. Uh so more so with your disease, right? So you said that you were bullied. You said you were uh because of all these surgeries, right? You said that like it prevented you from doing a lot of activities, right? So did you find
Yes.
a way to like connect through the internet since you didn't necessarily like have to speak face to face with someone, but rather just through messages? Did you feel like that really helped you?
Hmm. Yes, it did. Let me tell you a story and an incident that happened with me.
Okay.
So about 1 year ago, when my symptoms started to appear, there was this one girl who, like, you can say, was not really with me. Okay, and like, not really good with me. So what happened was that she actually flirted with me once and in front of the whole class. And as my heartbeat gone up, I actually had a nosebleed. And then she took that point to make fun of me in front of the whole class. And yes, my best friend stood up for me. But that was a moment in my life that I knew, yes, people will people will tend to use you, and some are not good for you.
Mm-hmm. And just like how I mentioned earlier, do you think like SED really brought out like your social ability since since it's
Yes,
just Discord, right? You
it
can just talk
definitely
to
did.
anyone via like text.
Not even on Discord, even in my real life, I'm not shy, or I'm not afraid to express who I am,
Mm-hmm.
and who what are my abilities are. I think my social skills have gone up by quite a lot, and after joining into SCD, it actually really helped me, to be honest. Of course, there are some things which, due to SCD, which have gotten into my life, which are not good. But
Mm-hmm.
most of the good aspects, if you see, are still there.
Yeah. And so in terms of SCD, you were in okay, I'm just trying to piece like my little timeline, right? So you said that you were born with your disease. It didn't affect you too much.
Mm.
You watched Death Note. You started watching Cap
Yes,
edits around like maybe like a similar time, right?
yes,
Then
yes,
you were like kind of inspired by Cap. Then you wanted to get into editing, so your friend introduced you to like the SED protoist period, right? You started
yes,
copying like takes, right? And it
yes,
allowed you to transition to other possibilities where like okay, where maybe I can start doing my own thing, you know?
yes.
And so this allowed you to push forward, though because of your disease, right? It really uh it made like gaps where you were unable to make edits.
Yes, and it is mainly due to the trips. went through due to hospitals. I frequently go to hospitals
Mm-hmm.
and surgeries, to be honest. And as of current 2024, doctors have declared that there is current no cure in medical science for my disease.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, I'm terminally ill. Oh, so I really don't know how much time I have actually left, but hopefully I'll have a good life.
Yeah. I think everyone wishes the best for you. So
I hope so.
yeah. So um, let me just double check something real quick. So you've done a lot of content, right? You have about 204 videos, right?
Yes.
Do you ever think that you'll stop, like you'll this is probably gonna be more for like an FAQ, right? But like, do you ever feel
Hmm.
like, not just because of your disease, right? But do you ever feel like that there's gonna be like a stopping point where you feel like, yeah, I feel like I've done my part in the community, and I'm just gonna call it quits?
It is that I love to edit a lot, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really think I will quit unless my disease takes over
Mm-hmm.
or it is gotten worse. So I don't think until and unless that point I will quit. And plus, not in this period of time. If my disease is not that much, and if I'm okay in this period of time, I have to make a donation from my first video after I get monetized. So yes, I don't think I will quit right now.
Mm-hmm. And so, do you ever feel like that using like YouTube is like a safe space for you? So
Oh,
you just being able to
like,
like publish like
can you
whatever
please?
you want, kind of is kind of like kind of therapeutic, you know?
Oh, yes, 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 I do think it like that. If I do even post about my past a lot in YouTube, things which I'm not able to talk about to people,
Mm-hmm.
I can get my story through YouTube. The case, if you have seen my channel, that video in which I saved that girl, um, that video actually got a lot of views. I think it has 2.1K views, and I got my story through YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I spread it out to more people, and I wanted that people can take initiatives and actually help other in needs. Because at that moment of time, there were people who were walking past by but didn't interfere because those guys had knives. So I actually want people to help them, help people who are in needs.
Mm-hmm.
And I even posted about my heartbreaks once. Yes, I did post.
So yeah, you kind of find it therapeutic where you're able to talk more, like freely. Do you do you ever
Yes.
plan on making more of like that style of content where like it's just like you talking, like giving a story, right? Kind of like a story time teller, right?
Yes.
But maybe it doesn't
Yes.
necessarily have
Actually,
to be like therapeutic, right? But like, do you just like plan on doing it
uh,
in general?
yes, yes, yes. Actually, there is one in production, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, I am going to explain a bit about my life. If that edit goes well, I will publish it soon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not right now, but in a in 1 month, I think I will publish it. Because I'm adding a lot of stuff in that. So, yes, I will continue to make these videos
Mm-hmm.
in which I'm just talking and telling my story time.
Okay. So you do plan on making like more story time based edits, right?
Yes.
All right. Um, I think I went over all my questions in terms of the past, right? So is there anything that you think I missed entirely? Maybe something that like big happened and you want to like bring it out.
Something big happened and I want to bring it out. there there have been a lot of big things happened in my life, man. So like that after that incident, there are many big things that has happened in my life. I got academically nerfed. If I'm being honest, I am a good student, and I was a good student um back in when my disease was not that much. I used to be class topper, and people used to be jealous of this fact that I scored more than them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was also a reason I got bullied. And I just tend to ignore it. My parents are really supportive. They have helped me a lot, and they were in every moment of my life, in every pain and in every happiness. They have supported me.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I do think there are many incidents.
Yeah. Um. So when it comes to your past, I think I already mentioned it before, but you were born with your disease, right? You started watching Death Note because you said one of your friends recommended it to you, and so you took that. You slowly started watching edits where you transitioned into watching cap edits, right? And
Yes.
you wanted to edit for yourself. Um, so you started making edits. Your friend helped you introduce you to the SCD style of editing, and so you started developing kind of like your own brand, right? I mean, you're pretty big in and
Yes.
of itself, right? You have over 1,000 subscribers. I think over 2,000 actually.
Yes,
And so
I have over 2,000 subscribers.
yeah, you're doing pretty well for yourself. And
Thank you. Thank
so so yeah, you're doing pretty well. Obviously you're taking gaps, and so let's talk about your present, right? Do you feel satisfied with where you are today?
you. Where am I today? If I'm being honest, there are like both emotions which I'm having. So I do want to achieve something before I die. And even at the current state, I do think that I am partially satisfied because I think I can do more and I'm better. So if like as of talking about present, I am preparing for competitive exams, and it is really hard for me to prepare for competitive exams.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm talking about really, really hard for me. Um, because I cannot focus continuously due to my pain. It as of I'm speaking, it is still paining right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it is really difficult to be honest.
Yeah. Um, but even like then, as a person, do you feel like you've done well? Do you feel satisfied with who you are?
Yes, I do think, but at the same time, I think I can do even much better as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People in my school after that incident, I'm talking a lot about that incident because the current my past has shaped a lot after that incident. So I have talked a lot about it. But people in my school actually called me hero and savior for that. But I don't think I'm a hero. It
Mm-hmm.
is it is like a duty of a human to protect another human. God made man to protect women. So it is my opinion. I think we should be nice to others and protect others.
Yeah. So you thought you did what was right, and so
Yes.
this kind of allowed to show like your real like personality, who like you really are, and so you feel
I
proud
actually
about who
didn't
you
wanted
are.
to make that. I
What?
actually didn't wanted to make that video at first because I thought people would think that it was fake and stuff. But and even in my comment section, have people 2 or 3 people have said that that incident is fake and I am doing it for clout. But it is not fake incident, and my disease is real. That incident was real, and I don't have any solid evidence to show. And I can actually show my scars, but I'm too self-conscious about them and not really comfortable in showing it, to be honest.
Yeah. And um so you at least feel proud about who you are today, right? And you say that
Yes.
you could do better, but what about the future? What do you see future aspect looking like? Do you have any big projects that you want to do, like in terms of editing in SCD? Do you have any, like any big projects?
Mm, any big projects? If I think there will be many. I will be diversifying my content. There will be more story time. There will be much better edits, and even in I will start even doing animations in future if I'm capable of doing it. I will do animation editing. Um, Plus maybe even collabing with Cap Edits. I don't think he collabs, but if possible, I think I will.
Okay. And you think with making like the storytime edits, you think that will help you out to like express yourself a bit more?
Yes, it will. It will actually help me to express myself a bit more. As I would tend to like add some fun stuff in between, and people in my comment section will go and call me Didi. I don't know why they would like just say Five Nights at Didi's versus Five Nights at Aztec. Even after my face reveal, partial face reveal, people were saying in my comment section to oil up.
I did see that earlier today. Um,
They
I
were
mean,
asking me
I
to
mean,
oil
your
up. Yeah.
comments are just being playful with you. So
Yes, I love my community, bro. I love my fans. I love my community. I love my viewers. They are the best.
yeah, do you have any planned full scales or tournaments that you may want to like kind of secretly announce here?
Yes, there is one. It is Baku versus Kiruma Suichi. I think it will be the final part for spinning the wheel until Baku loses series, and it will be a full scale debate between Baku, Madarame, and Kiruma Suichi.
I see, I see, I see. Is this
And I think
including
it
the
will
new
take me
doc?
around. Yeah, yes. It is like analyzing all feats of Baku Madarame, even giving the aspect first to Baku Madarame plus analyzation of Kirmasuichi.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be like their full potential fighting against each other,
Okay.
and that edit will take me around 2 months to edit. I think it will take me around 2 months to edit.
Yeah,
I've
full
already
scales take
started on it.
forever.
Yes, mine take even more because I would tend to use make animations myself,
Yeah.
make my own effects, my own shakes. So it takes me a bit more time.
Yeah. Well, I think this perfectly recaps like your past, present, and future, right? Do you think there's anything that
Yes.
I missed before I get into like any FAQs?
Mm. Let me just think about it. Let me just give 30 seconds. Let me just think about it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Have I told my story of someone cheating on me?
Okay, you want to talk about that then?
Yes, sure. I don't think I've ever talked about this in public, but sure. So there was this one person, and we were in relationship for I think around 7 months. Yes, and in between that 7 months, my heart disease got diagnosed, and she started saying that I'm pathetic and stuff. But after that, I said that no, I can do better. It is not my fault. We ran into arguments, and then she ended up meeting with my bully. And
Mm-hmm.
when I say cheat, I mean full on cheat, getting physically inmate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And so you
It
you
was
did you feel like
it was hard.
that dragged you down?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it was hard to move on from. It was really hard and tough because I was at the lowest point of my life at that time. Even lost one of my friends to suicide. I actually, at that same point, I lost one of my friends to suicide. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a hard time for me, and to, I tried to stay positive, be my best, and eventually I got out of it.
Mm-hmm. And now I feel like you're doing incredible right now. Um, and so I think we
Thank you,
could
man.
transition to some FRQs, right?
Sure, sure.
So I think I already mentioned earlier, like, do you plan on quitting? And you said not as of right now, correct?
Yes.
And so next is Baku Madarame your favorite character?
Mm. Bako Madalami is my favorite character. Is he? I would say he is my. Are you talking about in like anime manga only or in all over fiction?
I would say like all of fiction.
All of fiction. In if I'm talking about in all of fiction, it would be Spider-Man, and
Okay.
then second would be Iron Man. But I think Baku comes at fifth or sixth position.
Okay. And who's your favorite SCD character?
My favorite SCD character. It
Yeah.
is Baku Madara.
It's Baku. Okay.
But yes, it is Baku, but I tend to troll people in comment section by saying that Johan is better than Baku, Johan Solo's fiction and stuff.
And another question. I don't know why I pulled this question, right?
Hmm.
But were you at Diddy's party?
Damn. Were I at Didi's party? Hmm. Yes, I am the organizer of the party.
Okay. Okay. Uh, who is your favorite editor within SCD?
Who is my favorite within SCD? So within SCD, it is Quicks. That guy is like top-notch editor, man. He is new to SCD and killing all of it. That guy's edit is over the top. And not gonna lie, he is actually pretty sweet also. As a person, he's a pretty nice guy
Mm-hmm.
in DM, supportive also.
No, yeah. His edits are like really good.
For real. The transition, the smoothness, and plus how he takes feedbacks from his comment section. If you see, like his texts were not that visible, and people in his comment section pointed out that I can't read your text. So he improved it. He actually listened to the feedback. So that's what I like most about him. He actually improves with time.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's like a really good thing about creators where they actively take in feedback instead of just like
Yes, that's why I try to like connect more with my community. People send me friend requests. I don't ignore or block them. I accept them freely and talk to them as much as they want. And it actually enables me to connect with my viewers even more.
mm-hmm.
And they actually, I hope I hope they love it talking to me.
No, yeah. I think having an open community is really good. Um, I've been
Hmm.
here
I
for like
do
a lot
agree.
of upsides and downsides when it comes to being like open to that sort of thing. Um, so I understand both sides of it, whether it's like good or bad.
I see.
But
Oh,
I think it's you have really good intentions with everything, right? And so
I try to take it like my best intention. I
yeah.
would say I'm not the best person. I do have my own, like I wouldn't say bad side, but it is like not even the worst thing. It's just like minor few mistakes. One thing I did was I bunked school once.
Mm-hmm.
I skipped school. So like I went to school. It was all a master plan. So I came into school and then it took 1 week of planning. Then I came into school and asked said guard that I have to go outside because I come by bus. So the bus drops inside the campus only. And somehow the guard agreed and then I got outside. Two of my friends were waiting outside for me of the same school, and then we went to mall and did some fun, and then we came back. And when I came back, I even got my attendance because um, I partially manipulated my teacher. I'm so sorry, but yes, I had to did it, do it.
Yeah. Another question that people may ask is, do you plan on doing any tournaments?
Any tournament.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not like in the
So
style of like Baku versus SCD, but like two different verses.
in general,
Yeah.
I think I will do tournaments in future, mainly between Usogui characters and NGNL or BSD characters, because I think BSD characters are getting a bit overrated. So yes, I have plans to do these debates.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the only other question that I really have is here. Okay, and I lost the question. That's. Don't you love it whenever you lose your questions?
I love it when it happens in exam.
Yeah. Um. Let me find it real quick.
This thing happening in exam, especially in like board exam, it is the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. And that is the wrong thing. All right, so I'm just gonna throw one on the spot. All right, aspect. Do you ever do you ever think that SED is gonna grow as a community, or do you think SED is kind of destined to fail?
SCD is, I think like SCD just keeps getting dead and revived again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
But if we, by the pace of good editors that we are having, and if like this pace continues, so I think yes, SCD will grow a lot if editors can come with more creative content, more eye-catchy thumbnails. So SED will grow a lot if this trend continues. But if we get into drama, I've seen a lot of current dramas going on. So
Mm-hmm.
this will prevent SED from growing.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember the doxing of Sahej Under Heavens and even the doxing of Pat Chewing, I actually helped I helped Pat Chewing from getting doxed. So yeah, he almost got doxed and stuff. He has gotten doxed many times, but I helped him. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why he left, but I think it was due to another doxing which I failed to protect him from. So maybe that could be the reason. And even in the Sahej doxing case, I gathered all the information collaborated with Sahej, and we actually got to a solution, and we found the main culprit, even that Jade guy, and was mainly behind it. I know who that guy is, but and I have solid evidence against him, but I won't disclose for his own sake. But
Yeah.
if he does anything like that in future, I will disclose.
Yeah. Um. Okay, I found it finally. And so the very last question is, what is cap edits to you?
I think this Capellis also asked the same question, and I just glazed the shit out of him. So Capellis means a lot to me. I think if Capellis wasn't there, my channel would cease to exist, because he was mainly the person who inspired me
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So I would say Capellis is my Pookie, my Didi, my Drake, my oily BBG. He is many things.
Mm-hmm. And so that is all the questions that I have for today. Um,
So
yeah. Thank you, Aspect, for being here today. It was,
thank you for having me.
yeah, it was amazing having you here. Um, is there any
It was really
questions that you
fun.
have for me? I'm gonna have that open for you.
I do have one question.
Okay.
Would you oil up for me?
Bro, what? What? All right, I think that wraps everything up. So, with your past, your present, and your future, thank you, Aspect, for being here. Um,
Thank you for having me. It
yeah,
was a really fun time.
the answer is no. All right, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you guys have a lovely day. Whenever I post this, it's probably gonna be a week from now, because I need to put down the chapters. But thank you for being here once again. Thank you.